stormtroopers to remember. We're shoulder to shoulder on those front lines. Brothers! And sometimes we may quarrel, but no matter what, we are united.
Hi everyone, this is my review on my First Order Star Destroyer that I purchased the other day. The set is quite large in scale, taking up about the full cabinet, although it is not as big as the other Star Destroyer, the 2007 one, which is the backdrop. Quite cool. You've got shooters, still shooters on the side, which you press down to fire off. Never finding that again. Carrying handle on the top, which is sturdy enough to lift up the whole model. And if I just have it pointing forward, you can see that it is identical on both sides. So, and then you've got the bridge here. And then when we open it up around the back, we find the engines, which are decent looking, but they're just alright, I suppose. To access the interior in the set, it's very easy. Just pull this whole panel up, and then these sides just flop down, which will take us into our first room. Over here we have an engineering room, but it does actually remind me of the control panel that you see in episode 4, and you can possibly maybe get some stormtroopers to place in here to man the station. I do have the figures behind me, so I do apologise if the camera gets a bit shaky. We also have the droid, which we'll take a further look at in a bit. And then we do have a doorway there, which does lead down. We also have some steps here, which lead to the whole bridge of the ship. I love the black and red colour scheme that this ship has. It is really cool. So we could put some figures in the bridge like him up there, and then the control panels down there. We can maybe pop a crew member or something. You don't get enough to fill it, which is a bit of a shame, but oh well. There is also a control panel here. Behind him, some Imperial, well, First Order lights. It's pretty cool. And then round this end, we do have a little meeting room here where you could put some stormtroopers to keep guard. We have a droid here, and then we do actually have Snoke's throne room. So we've got a hologram up here of the Emperor, which is probably meant to be Kylo Ren, or could be the Emperor though, due to the rise of Skywalker. So he just sits down there. And then we have this little lift area here, where if we get the First Order Trooper. Sorry, guys. Just put him on there. The droid's in the way. Bit of an issue on my behalf. So you can lift him up, bring him all the way up here, and he can come talk to Snoke. So yeah, it is a good set, and to close it back up, you just lift the panel up and over, and then again, up and over. And you just slot that into place, that clips on, and you're ready to go. Our first figure of the set, and probably the highlight, is Snoke. It's quite cool looking, but I mean, Snoke's not cool looking though. The figure's accurate, but not too much to it. His gold pyjama robes things, cool face printing really does show that. Do you remember when we all thought that Snoke was Mace Windu? Did anyone believe that theory? I certainly did. So a cool figure anyway. He's looking for about £40 these days, so it is quite a cool one to have. Next up we have an Imperial First Order, not Imperial, officer, male, just in the gunmetal grey colour, and I do love gunmetal grey on figures, so he does get some highlight spots for that. Standard face underneath. Don't know if that face was used for the Empire figures first, I don't know. Looks a bit like it might be an Admiral Pier or Veers, something like that. Could be wrong though. You've got the blaster as well, so you can go blast some resistance scum. We have a First Order Officer Commander and First Order Stormtrooper. These figures literally have no difference between each other except for the weapon and the shoulder piece, because underneath the helmet you will find, typical at the time, the angry clone face. So yeah, pretty basic figures. They're alright, I suppose. Good to army build though. Quite cheap as well. We have an Imperial crew officer, which his figure is really boring. Standard torso printing, standard face. Although that helmet really does remind me of something from Dark Helmet. I did make a video on how to make Dark Helmet. He is a character from Spaceballs, the Mel Brooks spoof. And then for droids in the set, we've got this medic one where you can move some of the sort of like arms on it. So you can do that, and then we've got the evil BB-8. I don't actually know his name, but yeah, you can make him do some bad things as the evil BB-8. So yeah, quite fun to mess with. They do remind me of melons, or you could just flick them. That's fun as well. I got this set second hand on eBay for £100. So I got a good deal on that, 100% complete, all the figures with it. I would heavily recommend this set to any fan of the Empire. Even though it is First Order, I will use it for the Empire. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the review. Please like and subscribe, because subscribing, it only takes a minute and it does really help with stuff like this. So yeah, also comment down below the next set you want to review.